Welcome to today's session. Our topic for today is titled Informational Interviews, Understanding the Process and Benefits of Informational Interviews. Before we go on, we'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the traditional unceded territory of the Wollaston Peak, whose ancestors, along with Mi'kmaq and Passamaquoddy nations, signed friendship and peace treaties with the British Crown in the 1700s. Now, to our presentation today. In today's presentation, we will be looking at what is an informational interview, why is it valuable, how to request for an informational interview, and tips and follow up after the interview. Come with me as we delve into this very important topic. So, our first question today is, what is an informational interview? Not a typical interview. These are the type of informational conversation meetings to gather insights about a specific company, a career, path, or industry. So it's an interview that is done. Let's paint this scenario. I want to look for a job as an accountant in a firm or an organization. I approach somebody in that organization, maybe the chief accountant, and I'll have like an informational interview with him, asking him of or trying to find out from him what is expected for an accountant to do in that particular company. So it's not the other way around where the people looking for job are being interviewed by the owners of the job. In this case, you, the person looking for the job, is gathering information either about the company that you want to go and work in or about the career path that you want to follow from a professional. It's an opportunity to build connections, gain insights from professionals, and navigate your career decisions. So, why is it valuable? It is valuable because it gives you an insider knowledge which could boost your job search. If, for instance, you know what a particular company is looking at because you have done an informational interview, are you able to gather the necessary details and information? Then it gives you an edge over somebody who is also applying for that same job in that same company, the same position, who has no insider information or knowledge at all. And the long-term connections that you get during an informational interview could lead to new opportunities. For instance, you could be seeking information about a particular career path, and in seeking that information, you find out that there is another career path which is more important or which is better right now that is selling in the market. So you are opened to other opportunities. You get personalized guidance and mentorship from experienced professionals. And you will agree with me that in different professions that you want to pursue as a person, you cannot underestimate the place of mentorship. Informational interview is valuable because it can expose you or help you to gain mentorship in your career or field of study. So, if for instance I want to have an informational interview, who will I contact? Industry professionals, entrepreneurs, supervisors, managers, education experts, depending on the field or what you require that informational interview for. How to request for an informational interview? It is best to request for informational interviews by sending an email or through a networking site like LinkedIn. So, if for instance you have identified maybe an educational expert that you would like to conduct an informational interview from or that you get like to gather information from, the best thing to do, the best thing to do is to send that person, get the person's contact email address, not phone number. It is not advisable to call somebody you don't know or someone that's never spoken to you before, knows nothing about you, and has never met you before. So the right thing to do, the formal thing to do, will be to send that person an email, and that email, we're going to look as we go on. You will see exactly a sample of the kind of email to send and what you're supposed to include in that email. It is more formal and it is more professional to send an email than to just call someone you do not know. You could also go through networking sites like LinkedIn, reach out to the person on LinkedIn and state the reason for reaching out to the person and wait for them to respond to you. So now, how to request for an informational interview? Like I said before, it is best to go through networking sites like LinkedIn or sending an email. Let's look at the various steps involved. Step one, explain who you are and state you need help. That is, these are the kind of information to include in your email. If you're sending an email to request an informational interview, you need to first of all state who you are, introduce yourself. You are going to clearly state your specific request, the time required, and the meeting format. So, for instance, you want a meeting with a project manager of a, a company, let's say Best Buy or any company at all. In your email, you are going to state specifically, telling that professional what you need exactly. You have to be specific. The time you require, maybe you want to have the meeting for like an hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And the meeting format, would you want an in-person meeting or would you want like a conference call or something? It has to be stated in your email. Then step three will be show enthusiasm, express admiration, passion, and shared connection. You need to be able to show the person that there's something about the person that you admire or something about what the person is doing that you're passionate about, that there is a connection between the two of you for you to be able to request an informational interview from the person. Step four will be to acknowledge their busy schedule and express appreciation for their time. Very important. Then focus on learning about their career. So when you eventually get that interview and you go for that interview, it is not time to go and start asking personal questions about their family and stuff like that. No. It is not also time for you to begin to lobby for them to find you a job. Oh, you need a job desperately. Da, 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 da. No, that is not the reason you requested for an informational interview. You requested for the informational interview to gain insight into the company or into the person's career path. So you need to focus on learning about their career and the progression they have made in their career and not on personal and frivolous things. Now, this is an example of an email that someone sent for an informational interview. Here is how to write the informational interview. Tell them how you found their name, tell them a little about you, tell them what you hope to gain from the interview, choose a venue, request 20 minutes or above at their office or even at a cafe or a coffee store like Tim Hortons, then indicate when you are available. I would like you to take your time to read through this email sample that has been attached to this particular slide so that you have an idea of what to include when writing an, an email requesting for an informational interview. This is another sample. This is another sample of an informational interview. Let's look at this one quickly. It said, Dear Miss Morse, I'm a biology major who will be graduating from Yale College in May. My goal after graduating is to work at a biotech firm in the Boston area. Right now, I'm evaluating what type of work environment will be the best fit for me. As someone with experience working at large biotech corporations and at a small biotech startup, I would appreciate the chance to hear your thoughts on the differences between these work environments. So you can see this person is specific. Yes, the person is a biotech, graduating soon. The person is reaching out to a professional who has worked in a big corporation and who has also worked in a startup firm, trying to weigh and balance work environments to know where she will be able to gain more knowledge, either in a large corporation or in a small startup. I would appreciate the chance to hear your thoughts on the differences between those work environments. I'm from the Boston area and plan to be home from March 7th to 19th for spring break. Would you be willing to meet me for coffee to share your experiences? I look forward to hearing from you. Best current student. You put your name, your email address, and you close the letter. Remember, when closing such letter, it is very important for you to attach your email address and also your phone number. Why? If you do not attach your email address, then the person you're requesting for the informational interview with might not be able to get back to you to either give you a positive response or to tell you they would like to schedule it for some other time. So please take note of the very important details of this email when requesting for an informational interview. So here are sample questions that could help you or guide you if you are planning to request for an informational interview on your own. Questions like, when did you know you wanted to work in this industry? What steps should someone take to prepare for a role like yours? Did unrelated professional experiences help you excel here? So, for instance, you were a teacher and you want to transition from being a teacher to being a mentor or to being an employment coach or something like that. You could ask a question like this, asking if um, this profession that you are looking at now, that you want to get into now, the previous experiences you had from your job as a teacher or as a pharmacist or as a chemist, will it be applicable for this new role that you're trying to get into? That's a very important question to ask. And what skills are most important for success in this industry? Remember, the kind of questions you're going to ask is based on what you want or the information you want to gather from the informational interview. If you are asking about a company, the questions you will ask will be a little bit or slightly different from when you're asking about a professional or career pathway. Let's take a look at tips, do's and don'ts. On the left hand side, we have our do's with the blue thumbs up, and on the right hand side, we have our don'ts with the red thumbs down. Let's take a look at the thumbs down first. The things you should not do at all. Do not ask for a job. I mentioned that earlier. So when you go for an informational interview, it is not the time to go and state the fact that you have been looking for a job for several months and you have not been able to get any. So this person should come and give you a job. Do not ask personal questions. I also mentioned that it is not time to go and start asking the number of children the person has, if the person is married or stuff like that. It is not your business, and that is not the reason you are there in the first place. Do not dominate the conversation. So when you ask a question, always step back and listen to the professional to answer. And if possible, take notes. Do not dominate the conversation. Do's: research and prepare beforehand. Be respectful, be punctual. So do not set a meeting for 8 a.m. in the morning and you will get there at 8:30 or 8:15. while the professional you invited has gotten there and is waiting for you. That does not tell well about you. They ensure you state the duration and topic for the meeting. So when you're writing your letter, ensure you state if this meeting is going to last for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, and thereabout. And try as much as possible to stick to the time you have stated because these people are professionals who might be very busy. Research. So have questions ready that you're going to ask the person when you get there. In conclusion, to make the most of your informational interview, you need to do your research. You need to determine your goals. What are you going there for? What is the reason for having this informational interview in the first place? Prepare your questions. Ask who else you should speak to. Thank them for their time and they will be happy. We have come to the end of today's lesson talking about informational interview. Remember, for further questions, information, you could send your email to employment@mcaf.mb.ca. Thank you and have a wonderful day.